I wonder if the playbook from, let's just assume, because Labour's going to be the one in the majority party if we flip the other way, whether or not there's a coalition between the other two, or one of the other parties. Do they just flood our government services with money and just see them thrive and then go, look what happens when you fund shit? Or
Yeah.
are people just going to say, but you put us in the red where now we've got even more debt? And it's like, yeah, but you have functioning hospitals, you've got a functioning education system. All of these public servants are happy and they're raving about it. Is that what you do, or is that the wrong thing to do?
This is what you've bought. You know, you apply for a passport and you get it by the end of the week. You know, you get post 3 times a week instead of 2. You know, you get all of these things. Look, isn't it weird? All the wait lists have disappeared. Isn't it weird that you can get a doctor's appointment? You know, here in Dunedin, there was a story today that pretty much all GPs have closed their books to new patients.
Yep. Same in Christchurch. 50% of ours won't take on new patients. My partner still doesn't have a doctor, and he's a high risk patient. Luckily, our public health system is good to him, and he's gotten like every specialist list he needs to be on. Somehow, he still gets appointments, but he needs a GP. So
But yeah,
it's yeah,
if you can't get if you can't go to a doctor, if you can't afford to go to an urgent doctor, where do you go? You go to A&E. You sit there for 7 hours. And the staff have to triage you, and it's not for accidents and emergencies. Like, it's just, again, it's these flow-on cascading effects to poor management. You know, our GPs are crumbling under the strain, and our government has no answer. Our nurses are crumbling under the strain. Our public healthcare is crumbling under the strain, and it's all about the enshittification of our existing structures to make people think that they're getting poor value, and they are, but it's manufactured. The money is there. We know who has the money. Nobody is being brave enough to action the information that we have, where that money is. The wealthy of this
yeah,
country are not doing their share, and all of us are paying the cost for the fact that they are happy to give away more money than they would pay in tax and donations so they don't have to pay tax. They would donate their last dollar if it meant that no money would go to the poor.
yeah. And you also have to look at what they're donating to. Like, by all means, like donate to causes, to, charity and whatever. Put your money somewhere in the general economy and society. But what charities are you donating to? And are they just fronts for other things that are perhaps less charitable? Cough, cough, Atlas Network. They're not charities, though, are they?
Yep.
The TPU and shit. They're not charities, are they? Please, God, please, they're not. They're not charities.
That would be hilarious. I mean, it's bad enough that the Taxpayers Union isn't a union. If they're also saying that they're a charity, that would be
It'd
too
be so
much to
funny.
bear, Emily. I couldn't bear it. At least
Rogers,
it's a
where are you?
jobs program for people that like wearing fursuits.
I just want to point out this comment. 100,000 came in last year. Did we increase doctors? How many left? Because half of them might have gone. It's great to
Yeah.
increase by 100,000, but we need more than that.
How many doctors went through their training and like, I can't work in the public system. I don't have enough money to set up a general practice. I'm out of here, to be honest. Fuck it, I'm out of here. I've got so many loans, I'm gone. I'll go to Australia, I'll go to Canada, I'll go to England, that sort of thing. The other crisis that comes with the GPs when you talk about is how many of them are old and are looking at retirement
Yep. There was
with
another
no
thing I
one to
saw is a
backfill
lot of them are
those
retiring.
positions. I asked my doctor this last time I went, and she looked defeated. Is that she can't? My doctor's surgery is in South Dunedin, and it's an area of high deprivation and a lot of immigrants and stuff like that. And it's one of the cheaper. doctor's surgeries in Dunedin as well, and she feels like she can't step away because there's no one to fill the gap. Defeated.
Seeing if I could quickly find those numbers, but yeah, I can't find them. But if anyone knows what those numbers are of people that have graduated. Junior doctors increasingly leaving before training as specialists, new estimates suggest, and that was 2023.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's definitely got better, eh?
The loss rate in 2023 about 40% compared to just 16% a few years ago. Yeah, many junior docs.
Yep.
So junior docs is essentially you've graduated and you maybe done a few years of experience, and then you go into specialization, or you go into being a GP. That means that a lot of them are not. They may do like something like 6 years or less, and then they're going, nah, I'm good. Got my training, got my certificate. I'm going to find somewhere that's going to take me as an X-ray specialist or a, cardiologist or something. I don't know many doctor professions, but you know what I mean.
If you have a chance to talk to a junior doctor at all, ask them about how many hours they work. Ask them about their shift work. It's absolutely terrifying that these are people that it's kind of a rite of passage that they do very, very long hours and making very, very important decisions and supervising wards and staff and all of that sort of thing. And apparently it's okay to just absolutely push them to the limits of human exhaustion, as well as the fact that they're not getting compensated. There's so many comments in the chat. My GP's leaving for Oz. My last GP went to Oz. It's just again and again and again. This is why is it this a crisis? It feels a bit crisisy.
It is. It is. The health sector is crying and telling us it's a crisis, but nobody's listening to them. So no wonder they're fed up.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like I keep on saying that this has to be a year that there's a general strike for the first time in decades, and I feel like if anybody's really going to kick it off, it is the nurses and the junior doctors.
Yeah.
That if they called for the public to join them, who's not going to join them? Like,
well, there's no one to serve them anyway, so might as well join them, right?
Right, yeah.
You're not going to get your healthcare, might as well join them.
I'm saying it now. If the junior doctors and the nurses union, if they called for sympathy strikes, I would certainly join them, because they always work hard, but they've worked so hard. They through COVID, through everything, the whole country hinged on them. They never got a break. They're essential workers. They're absolutely the front line of everything. And you'd think if you go, cool, I can understand that we're not talking about wages at this time. We've just got to get through this. Surely, as things normalize, you think you would get your work and your value to society recognized, and it just hasn't happened. They just get nickel and dimed. Again, we don't have the money. We instantly had money for landlords. Instantly. Oh, look at this big bag of money we found. Couldn't find it when we were talking to the nurses and the junior doctors. Just found it now, and we're going to give it to landlords. Fuck these guys.
I was going to make a comment that if they did go on a general strike, you'd probably get better healthcare if you went to the strike than you would if you went to the hospital, because we're all the doctors and nurses. Have a heart attack, just go to the strike. You'll be good. Someone will look after you.
Again, it's hard to be on a picket line when someone's going, hey there, can you look at this weird rash I have?
Doctors hate that. They
love it. Just if you see a doctor having a coffee at a Starbucks, just go up and show them the weird rash. Don't even have to ask.
What is this?
What is this? Should I see a doctor about it? Are you a doctor?
You look like a doctor. I'm just wondering if you could look at the stool sample.
I just keep it in my handbag just in case I see a doctor in the wild.
Well, I mean, I
Yep.
can't get an
Gross.
appointment, so I just...
Gross.
Don't do that, please.
Yep.
Please don't do that. Our system is not that bad, but we're getting there. Yeah, some what a time to be alive, right? I can't wait to see what 2025 has in store for us. And 2026. Please, dear Lord, just general public, get mad. Labor, get your shit together. Because people are already mad. And if you can activate them in just the right way, and you can show them how good life could be if we just spent the money in the right places, then we might be okay for the next election.